Okay, let's go.
Let's go. Part 7. The Hidden Scar. A severed rope lies wet at the center of the table. It once tethered Rachel's diving suit. Coal's every suspicion proven true, and now she sits on a desolate island with the accused.
I don't understand why she did it. It was suicide.
Marguerite looks over to her without expression. She was prepared to sacrifice herself for her research. In this era, where the storm has stripped science of its meaning, it was her last stand for reason over chaos. Why would you think of stopping her?
If she dies because of this, it'll be the end of everything.
Oh.
No future. No possibility. Nothing.
She's not dead.
Let's see.
She cut the rope so that she would have more room to swim, I guess.
Was Annie's accident like this as well?
Does it matter? Would you want to hear the answer, even if it might destroy you?
Yes.
Of course. This isn't the first time you've implied there's more to her. This isn't the first time you've implied there's more to her accident. Speak plainly.
Have I made any implications? Or have you just been trying to read suspicion into my answers? You want Annie's death to be something other than an accident. You want a culprit to hold responsible. When it comes to Annie, you never ask me for the truth. Coles clenches her fists. Oh, forgive me.
Sorry.
I finally remember what else happened that day.
Wow. Sorry. Convenient timing, huh?
Convenient, yes. That day, in late October 1947, the day Annie came to see me, the turning point as you call it. She pauses, smiling, waiting for Coalwall to ask.
What happened?
She lets the question hang in the air. Then, as if to toy with her, answers with a question of her own. Do you remember how I correctly predicted that you were coming to Laplace?
You said you saw the dispatch list on Simone's desk. My designation was on it. And I'd used that alias to publish a few pieces in the Cambridge student papers.
Your memory serves you well. Maybe you remember all the trouble Annie had after those scandals involving her family business. Maybe remember all the trouble that Annie had after those scandals involving her family business became public. She said her parents' business dealings were just the beginning. They were walking on thin ice with the law and with the tabloids. She wouldn't dare comment on anything political at school, or even the slightest bit controversial. So, she stayed quiet. Anything to stay under the radar. So she stayed quiet. Anything to stay under the radar. Now that I think about it, That month must have been a significant time for you as well.
I remember.
I recall that was the first time the name Coalwall appeared in the campus papers. "1987.
Just stop asking, Marguerite. I'm begging you.
She pleads, but the girl before her, her only friend, remains unmoved, pressing her to expose the wound instead.
Show me.
What did you bring me?" With barely any effort, Marguerite snatches the scrap from her hands. In the struggle, the paper is torn into pieces and scattered across the floor. A corner of the latest student newspaper. I remember the hunger and the cold. I remember the coal dust on my father's hands. I remember my mother's sobbing cries when news of my father's death came. I remember the rage that crushed me into the earth with the weight of a mountain.
Oh,
Oh, a piece written by a student from a mining family. Both her parents passed away 2 years ago. The name, how fitting, like a wall of coal rising from the excavation pit, faintly luminous in the dark.
Annie.
Annie, would you care to explain what's going on? The girl before her shivers fearfully, her hands trembling at her side.
People think I'm just as responsible for their death as my father. They think of me as a monster, or at best, as a child of monsters. I don't blame Coalwall. It's been like this since people found out about them. I've been painted with the same brush. They look at me and see a spoiled brat given everything by the worst kind of dirty, dangerous, and exploitative industry.
All this article did was give them an excuse to unleash their hatred. It doesn't change anything.
I don't know what to do. Marguerite, I'm not sure I blame them. But I didn't choose my family any more than they chose theirs. No one chooses their circumstances. I saw Coalwall today. I don't think she even noticed me as I walked by.
Those were precious lives, all lost before my eyes.
Seeing her, knowing what she's been through, I don't feel I deserve anything that I have here. I can't look at her without feeling like I was the one who let her father die and killed her mother with all that grief and pain. She had to fight for a full scholarship, just for a chance to stand on equal footing with me. So maybe I deserve all that scorn. Maybe that's just what I get for benefiting from her pain.
Her trembling hands slow with exhaustion.
I'm sorry, Marguerite. I shouldn't have troubled you with any of this. You must think I'm being ridiculous. I should go. I should never have bothered you in the first place.
She turns and slinks away, looking as pale as a phantom. Night has fallen as their evacuation timer continues to tick down. In their tiny outpost, Coalwall reels back, inadvertently knocking over a chair. I never spoke to her after that day.
Even so.
I suppose I did take notice of her changing behavior, but I didn't see how it concerned me. She never reached out to me at any rate. Annie. She was sweet, really. Probably too sensitive, but kind. Then, a few weeks later, there was the theft in the lab building of medical compounds. Among them, the kind necessary to induce cardiac arrest. Who can say? It may only have been a coincidence. Coalwall struggles, suddenly feeling choked with some unrealized emotion.
I never meant to make her feel that way. I was bitter, of course, but I never blamed her for what happened. I just didn't want people to forget what happened to my parents. Was it me? Did I cause Annie's death? No conspiracy, no hidden manipulation, just me?
The other woman shrugs. You were so unsettled by the idea that her death was an accident.
Oh,
Strange. All this time, you have thought I must be guilty in some way. But it's never one thread that pulls the news. Everything's connected. Every word, every action shapes the next, like the flapping of a butterfly wing. But Annie said it well. No one chooses their circumstances. You couldn't have known that penning a touching memorial to her family would light the fuse that led to her demise. But then, perhaps, on some subconscious level, you sensed that there was more. That unease you felt led you to look for a culprit. To Annie's only friend, a reclusive transfer student with an unclear past and habit of writing strange equations on blackboards.
It was my indifference that allowed all of this to happen. Because I let them torture her for something she couldn't change.
but
But that still doesn't explain everything. That equation you wrote, I swear, it was modeling Annie's behavior. That's why I suspected you.
A chill spreads through her body.
Wait, that equation. You wrote it for me to see. Didn't you? Right down to my first day at Laplace. You predicted all of this, didn't you? So what the hell is this? You let me think I was acting on my own conscience? That I was searching for the truth? And all the while I was just acting out a formula you'd already solved. A study of human behavior and decision-making. But I wasn't even the data. I was the proof. A walking replication.
but
But why? Why would you do this? And what about Rachel? What role did she serve in the sick formula of yours?
I encounter you to solve. I encourage you to solve that for yourself. The answer is quite simple, but I would hate to interrupt your process. Confusion, disbelief, incomprehension. But she excels at solving problems and eliminating impossibilities.
Setting aside the risk Rachel faced, and all the elaborate staging, your ultimate goal was to delay the probe's retrieval. You let her go out there just to make sure you got reliable data.
Her conclusion defies all reason, yet it seems to be true.
So all of this? All of it was to prove your theories about the storm?
She lets Coalwall study her face without an answer. And in return, she reads from her an unprecedented mixture of danger and exhilaration. Oh, CG.
you seem upset. You are powerless. All right, I'll give you an opportunity.
You seem upset by this outcome. Allow me to offer a remedy. This is our teleport disk. The only means we have of returning safely to Laplace. Look at her, she's so pretty. Why would I give it to you? Can you figure out my motive? I trust you can.
Now, make your choice.
The decision is yours.
You could choose to leave me stranded here in the storm, to punish me without worrying about morals or laws.
Leave me here to face the storm. In this one moment, you have the chance to bypass society, morality, and the law. Pass judgment as you see fit. Or allow me to return safely to Laplace with you and see whether your hypothesis is correct.
You are completely insane. A monster. Impossible to comprehend.
What will you do?
Well, what will you do?
Grabs teleport disc, smash it on the ground.
We're both together on this.
I don't need your handouts.
I don't even have that. Holy. She released the Joker. Oh, come on. She's a little body structure, I think.
Good lord. Oh man.
She has a reason behind it all.
The maneuvering.
And then it's like to see how the maneuvering, to see how one thing builds on the other. It's chaos, but it's structured chaos.
In the end, all the
Dominate.
things with Annie and Coalwall was just to give her extra time so Annie wouldn't so that Coalwall wouldn't like dive after Rachel right away or like try to do anything too soon. Just like buy a little bit more
always-
time to get a little bit
It's
more
always a
data.
step ahead.
Oh gosh.
You're different.
This
You're
is
different. Look at her.
this is morbidly fascinating. And the more I like
Same.
experience the story, the more forgiving I am of X. At least when X killed
X-
someone, it was for a good reason.
X, again, I really didn't like X at all. And then I read his side story, and then he became a fave. That side story is great.
The problem with X for me is that it was a justified. There was good justification for it. There's good moral reasoning behind it, but just like Lawrence here, he's like escaped plausible deniability by setting up a Rube Goldberg machine well in advance, and it was like to take out this like evil CEO who's like keeping away life-saving medicine from people who are gonna die anyway because of the storm. But just like pushing for profit even though there's no point. Like money will mean nothing as soon as he leaves his like place. The thing that like pushed me over the edge to still liking X but also not feeling that he is as likable or as redeemable as some of the other characters who have made mistakes is the fact that he implicated Sonetto as the culprit. Sonetto was the one who cast incantation, ultimately killed the guy. So if
Totally
Verdun ever
forgot
came
about
forward,
that like she indirectly killed that guy.
yeah,
I forgot about that.
if Verdun ever came forward, Sonetto would be the one who takes the fall with X.
That never came back. Like Sonetto has blood
Yeah.
on that one.
Yeah,
It's amazing. I think I saw like a fan art or two like discussing the implications of it, and never again saw people discussing that.
but for as bad as that
Especially to
was,
someone.
but for as bad as that was, this is nothing compared to Lawrence here. Holy cow!
Yes. Yes.
Oh my gosh, the levels of manipulation just goes deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yes. Also, I never noticed that there was like butterflies here in her design.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and all the others, but here.
On her like outfit, on the background,
Yeah.
it's everywhere. A single butterfly is good luck. A swarm of butterflies is bad luck in China.
Oh, I see. I didn't know.
Yeah. And Lawrence Butterfly has way too many butterflies on her outfit for it to be good luck.
Might be dangerous.
Yeah. But every single person she's interacted with has been manipulated on some level. From Ludwig all the way down to even like her colleagues and Annie here, just like every day, just like pushing a little bit, just seeing where it goes.
You know what? support her on her hobbies. So she's alright about that.
Now, one thing I
She's
will
not a
say,
passive.
the interesting thing about her manipulation versus X's manipulation is that it's always leaving the choice in the other person's hands. But she's modeling those choices after her analysis of them, right? And Annie could have closed the door. Annie could have just walked away. Annie didn't have to really share the letter with Lawrence. Rachel didn't have to dive down. Rachel could have escaped. And here she's once again giving Coalwall a choice. Do you want to leave, or do you want to stay? But it's so interesting and so sinister. The freedom that she grants her victims.
Yes, it is. It is interesting. It is fun to read about.
Because in the end, isn't it kind of on them because they're following their own behaviors and patterns? Or is it on Lawrence for not doing anything to deviate behaviors, which she clearly sees coming? Because in that moment that Annie was confiding in her, couldn't she have said something? Anything?
Yeah, it's a shame she never talked again with her. Because she's like, she never came to talk with me, so why would I search for her?
And that's where I think she would fall into neutral, lawful neutral, chaotic neutral.
Evil,
as
because she knows that she could save people if she wanted, but she doesn't.
Yeah. What's the benefit?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Everybody dies, it's fine.
It's so interesting and so
Yeah. Interesting evil woman.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Ready, Teresa?
Yeah, let's go. Let's click it. Okay. Part 8. A single flutter. The storm descends once more, eroding the remnants of 1987. Hallway, Laplace. Inside the Laplace Scientific Computing Center, some researchers pause their work and stare at the absurd, distorted world outside. Others move faster, seizing this rare window to conduct experiments. The storm. She casts a detached glance at the others and continues, not once breaking her stride. A necessary information room. Only a few weeks have passed since she joined Laplace. She's still considered a newcomer. Oh, this is a flashback, I think. But recently, something has changed. She uncovered a secret hidden within Laplace.
Interesting.
Here it is. Archives related to chaos theory. The contents are riddled with errors, almost comically deliberate, and unlikely to draw anyone's attention. Yet, why hide an elegant riddle here? It stands in stark contrast to this file's mediocrity. Who could possibly decipher such a riddle, especially without any real grounding in chaos theory? Only someone utterly bored with everything Laplace has to offer. It does not take her long to filter out the interference and reach the answer.
Oh?
Are these coordinates? She invokes an arcane skill, attempting to contact a faraway place. Whisper words, speak. The first thing to emerge from the other end is a fragrance steeped in the scent of tears.
Mm.
Ooh.
Okay, so if you haven't played the event story and you do care about spoilers, for the very end. Cover your ears. I'll let you know when we're done talking about this particular part.
Yeah, we're gonna post on the chat.
Yep. Spoilers for the very end of current story. We'll say when done. Okay. At the very end of the story, Lorentz Butterfly surprisingly said that she wasn't recruited by X into the Lorentz Institutum, but rather there was a woman who recruited her instead. And apparently this is that woman. What's also surprising is that it seems that she escaped the storm without the Lorentz Institutum's help, possibly. She was already, even before she came back to Cambridge in 1987, the events of the event story had happened when she joined Xeno temporarily just to free some subjects, or rather, help someone else free the subjects of the White Room.
So it's something a step above then.
So yeah, it's unclear how Lawrence escaped the storm, but I think based on what I understand, it, it wasn't the Lorentz Institutum that helped her. She only joined the Lorentz Institutum in this moment. But this mysterious person is the one who recruits her here.
I see.
Okay. Spoilers done. Okay.
There you go.
I guess I'll take this
Decaf,
one.
You pick this one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so someone. I'm kidding.
Perfect.
Here, let me do it like this. sorry. I'm trying to like think of what voice to give this person, who will probably won't be revealed until like 4.5 or something.
Yeah. The future.
Oh, so someone found the coordinates at last. You're the very first to decipher the puzzle concealed within Laplace.
It wasn't much of a challenge.
Perhaps so, but once you consider surrounding challenges, it becomes significantly more difficult. For instance, it was hidden in a detected file, one riddled with errors and liable to deletion any time, and chaos theory stands direct opposition to Laplace's doctrine.
So, who exactly are you, Madden?
My name and identity are irrelevant. I have lived a very long time, and such labels no longer matter to me. I am no longer within the Laplace Scientific Community Center, nor am I under the Foundation's jurisdiction. I left those coordinates to invite you into a secret society, hidden within Laplace, Institutum Lorentz. Tell me, dear, would you like to find the very first butterfly that caused the storm to fall?
Laplace Rehabilitation Center. The storm and the first circulation observation end abruptly. Beyond the ICU doors, Coalwall and Ulrich stand vigil over a sleeping figure. Oh!
Will she recover?
Storm syndrome. I'm afraid I have no more insight on that account than you do. The medical personnel have relayed to me that Rachel was suffering from severe oxygen toxicity, resulting in severe respiratory distress and retinal damage. She hasn't been responsive to any attempt to wake her. In short, she's in a coma. Her monitoring equipment indicates that during the probe's recovery, she experienced some kind of unforeseen underwater accident. something severed the instrument's cable, causing it to float several hundred meters away from its original coordinates. It greatly destroyed our recovery time. There's no explaining how. We might as well conclude a shark decided to take it as a chew toy. The truth of the matter will have to wait until she regains consciousness. She is also exhibiting mild symptoms of storm syndrome. Fortunately, the observation point was far from the epicenter of the storm, though thankfully, her distance from the epicenter greatly reduced its effects. She handled it well.
Fortunate indeed. Perhaps that too was part of the design.
The ferrofluid does not grasp her meaning.
This kind of work is simply unsuitable to fragile humans.
Mr. Ulrich, I would not wish for even you, an awakened, to violate protocol by returning to safety at the very last moment before the storm falls. All for a single set of data.
The ferrofluid The ferrofluid rests
Placidly.
Placidly. Yes, placidly. The ferrofluid rests placidly. The ferrofluid rests placidly at the center of his helmet.
But there are certain dangerous tasks we have no choice but to undertake, and we awakened are simply better equipped. Let's hope that researcher Rachel wakes up soon. Otherwise, our natural physics department may be reduced just Adler. One may as well just declare the whole thing defunct. Now then, I'm off to read Lorentz Butterfly's latest paper. One moment. Now then, I'm off to read Lorentz Butterfly's latest paper. She has calculated several coordinates where supernatural phenomena may occur, suggesting a connection to the core mechanism of the storm. Though, I really do wonder how these provocative letters always manage to bypass security and end up on my desk.
Supernatural phenomena. That is indeed a compelling direction.
Ulrich turns towards her in a sideway glance. Sideway glance?
You surprise me, Coalwall. I thought you had little interest in exploring arcane theory.
Well, I've simply come to understand something. Her true objective is surprisingly simple.
The words bounce off his glass exterior without understanding.
Who do you mean? Lorentz Butterfly?
Forget it. Mr. Ulrich, if I had no interest in arcanum theory whatsoever, I would never have joined Laplace. After all, the storm is unquestionably an arcane phenomenon. But I don't believe science has become obsolete in the face of that fact. The rules of the universe have simply changed beyond recognition. It's time for science to embark on a new path.
By integrating arcanum?
Exactly.
In that much, we are agreed. At Laplace, most consider Institutum Lorentz an affront to science. I, however, remain undecided. As Lorentz Butterfly wrote in her letter,
only through pneuma can we understand chaotic energy. Only by monitoring the ebb and flow of chaotic energy can we measure the storm.
I don't entirely understand her methodology, but it may yet reveal the truth of our world. I'm curious about this Lorentz Butterfly. What sort of person do you think she is?
All gazes at her sleeping companion beyond the glass in quiet contemplation.
A genius, unbound by rules, or limitations.
Unconstrained by rules, norms, maybe even basic manners. But a genius. That much, no one can deny. Ta-da!
And that is it. Well, she didn't die.
Lawrence probably planned that. Why
So
says...
how do we feel about our dear Marguerite now? I love her. She's so cool. I want more of her, but sadly I don't think she's... I mean, probably, hopefully she comes back.
I would say she's incredibly interesting. And in the end, I'm willing to believe that she did plan for Annie to come back. So that's like 1 point for the positive.
Rachel.
Sorry, Rachel. Sorry, I confused the two now.
Yes.
My brain is starting to like blur the
Like-
victims together.
The victims together. Just
She
like
did.
Lorentz
She did
brain.
leave a way for Rachel to come back. And it seems like Coalwall, in the end, chose to stay and bring Lorentz Butterfly back with her. Which I think was also within her calculations. Like, Coalwall wouldn't leave me here, right?
Yes.
All the data.
Yes. It is pretty, but because there is this thing as well. The problem that I have sometimes when people depict characters like this is that for some reason their goal is killing people. When again, like the only thing that they don't have is empathy. So yeah, like Lorentz doesn't gain from people being killed. It's just that she doesn't have qualms on killing people if they need to. However, if she can keep the person around, because that is going to be more useful for her, she might as well. You know? Like she doesn't need
I do like that look on your face.
Rachel to die. She
Right.
just needed the data. And if there was a way to save Rachel, she's like, why not? I can use her more later.
Rachel made her choices.
Find their strength.
Oh yes, thank you, Keith, for letting both know the ads coming. Rachel knew what was at stake, and had figured out that Lorentz Butterfly was like with her the whole time, towards the end, but continued to keep her on because the fact is she's a genius. It's hard to turn that resource away when her research is already struggling to be recognized by the rest of the Plus, right? That also kind of like added a layer of impatience though, as you realize that she was unable to be satisfied with just anomalous data to be taken in later. She insisted that they dive down and that she would do it specifically as the team leader to really see what's down there and see what the data would show, right? Oh, sorry.
Yes.
I'm just doing the survey now while decompressing.
Oh, yeah. It is, again, to point out that Lorentz was there for support all the time, so that counts to something.
A new toy.
And it's that thing, it is something dangerous, it is, but there is like a discussion to have about how allowing people to do things dangerous, even though like it's risky, it's part of like a person's personal freedom.
Right.
So there is that as well of like, she knows the risks, she knows what's up, like she has the right to do that. The only thing is that again, like Lorentz is the reason that things are more difficult and she was at risk of dying, because Lorentz was like, I don't agree with your paper, where like you really need to take that thing out as soon as you can. For my paper, we need to leave that thing like for a long time. And I will force you to leave that for a long time, even if that like risks your life. So that is like the bad thing about like what Lorentz did there. But everything else, again, like she was a good supporter
Yeah.
until that point.
Everything was, in the end, the other person's choice over and over and over again. The only thing that she didn't do was anything to stop that outcome.
To stop it, yes. Which really matches her character focus on like chaos theory. You know? Like how things build on top of the other, and like she doesn't. She just moves a piece here or there and doesn't stop things, because who is she to stop things, right?
She leaves the door open. She puts the gun in another person's hand, but she won't pull the trigger herself. Does that make her blameless? In my personal view, ethically speaking, if someone's in trouble in front of you and you can help them, why not make the attempt, right?
Yes.
And I think that's the reason why I'm giving her a bit more grace here at that ending. Because in the end, the
I do like that look on your face.
the benefit of pulling Rachel out of the water
I
at
do
that
like
last
look on
second
your face.
versus just the probe,
Fate has revealed
Um,
itself to you.
It does.
the cost
also
is
give,
higher,
like-
right?
It is. Yes.
If
It does give like live it a little bit ambiguous because like
Yeah.
Lorentz doesn't have control over everything. Who knows what happened to the probe there? She did say that she gave Rachel enough oxygen, but in the end she got poisoned by oxygen. So like, was it really that like Lorentz?
it's because she
plan?
cut the
Like,
rope.
I don't know what happened.
But I think the reason why I'm giving her a bit more like points here and a bit more grace is that
A sacred charge.
she did leave Rachel with the option, and she did give enough for Rachel to like be able to come back, because the cost of it, of like bringing Rachel back, if she was cognizant, she could spill her secret about being Lorentz Butterfly and like she'd lose her place in the plus. She could blackmail her, she could threaten her with those details.
Yes.
The amount of resources expended to bring a whole person back rather than just like a unmanned probe is much deeper. What I suspect also happened is that, and I don't know this for sure, but Ulrich mentioned that the probe was hundreds of meters away from where it was supposed to be, right? I think
Yes.
what ended up happening is that Rachel grabbed the probe and did not let go, and then brought it with her with the current. Or she might have even like swum deeper into the storm just to get better data.
Yes.
And that wouldn't have been
think,
Lawrence's
like,
choice.
That left like without win. Yeah, like that is the part that I am referring as well. Like because Ulrich says that like something more happened down there, and we don't know like what happened. Was it like a natural thing? Like he said, like a shark took it. Like is it like literally something that nobody had control of, or was it Rachel, or was it Lorentz? You know?
Right.
Because Lorentz did mess with the probe, so. You know.
Vila just like showed up and was like, "Hey, you need a lift?"
Yes, Villa.
Okay, I'm about to finish the survey here. One more time, let's catch up with chat.
The strange
Do-do-do-do,
part of the
do.
and of the pain.
I could have danced all night.
I will remember your names.
Okay, here at the end, with my brain half melted, by like coffee and water and the heavy story of this particular side story.
Initial conditions.
I do like
Let's
that look on
see.
your face.
Wise ass. So how do we feel about our dear Marguerite now?
Oh, I do like seeing my
Conflicted,
precious dog beaten into the
but
ground like
ultimately, I think there are worse people out there. It's just how her brain is wired, and she is making a genuine effort and a sincere. There's a sincere indication. Oh, no, sorry, not doing that again. There's a sincere indication that she is trying to be human. Don't forget to collect your rewards, folks. This will expire in 3 days. She's even though she can't actually empathize, she is making a concerted effort to actually emulate it or reflect it from other people. The fact that her obsession with humans comes down to their behaviors and not their cadavers is a huge plus, I think. Looking at you, Miss Stranger.
I agree. Though I don't. I am unsure about her. I feel kind of like more on Shiny Bot's vibes, but not. I don't think that is like for manipulating people. I really just think that is like her interest. She's interested in people, and like people's like chaos theory. It seems that she has two interests. She has interest in chaos theory, and has interest in chaos theory applied to social acts and people and things like that. So like I don't think she's doing that by like the good of her heart, like I want to be human, but I also don't think she's doing that to manipulate people because she has fun manipulating people. I think that is an interest of her, and she's a very like curious, she's a scientist through and through,
Right.
a researcher, and that already makes her a better person to me, like because it doesn't feel like she's doing things to hurt other people nor to only like self-grandize herself. It feels like when her brain is wired differently, and even so she's just doing her thing and being curious about her things, like about the things that she has interested in,
Right.
which is like bigger than her. And yeah, like the problem is that her brain doesn't give like the empathy that a lot of people have that would make people hesitate to do the things that she does.
I did
That is, like,
mention
look on her.
like the big three in my mind of like morally questionable people. I forgot about the fourth person, Isolde. You know, talking about
Yeah.
the mentally ill in this game, and
Yes,
how
the
they're
mentally
unable
ill.
to kind of help the way their brains are wired.
Yes.
If we can blame Lorentz
Isolde is, like,
Butterfly,
on
can
the
we
way down.
also blame Isolde for all of her failings?
Yeah,
Morally
like, I think
speaking,
it's different characters.
Yeah.
Like because like what I put Lorentz together with Isolde and Tuesday, where like they're just different.
right?
It's just the way that they are built. And then we have like X and Igor, who seems to have like a more like generic brain. But like, what is the situation that they were brought up, and how that affects like their brain and the way that
Right.
they see the world? So like that, though, I would put like those characters in different categories.
They are both cognizant of the mistakes that they're making, or that's not the mistakes, but the choice they're making. Ultimately, though, with Lorentz, she is so focused on the result that she doesn't really consider the like social cost to the individual. As long as she can see where it goes, she'll leave a door open. She'll put a hint here and there, but she has yet to take direct action, except for like what suits her, right? Oh, I just remembered that. I just remembered while our mutual friend Rachel is down there in the water. Let me just distract you for like an hour or two while the storm's on its way, to talk about the fact that maybe you're the reason that Annie died.
Oh yeah,
Goodness gracious.
it's one way. Oh yeah, I forgot Miss Stranger. Miss Stranger should be put together with Igor
Yeah.
and X. Like I forgot about her because again, like the way that she acts is not because something like some chemistry in her brain. It's because of the place that she was brought up. If you know what happens like on the other things.
Wise asks, overall, is Marguerite more forgivable than Igor? People are comparing the two. If we're passing judgment,
I do.
I would say yes,
I do think
more
she's-
forgivable than Igor. The weight of the lives that Igor took is so much heavier to me compared to the inaction of Lorentz Butterfly. Even though she saw it coming and she could have done something, I think it's an ethical failing, but it's not necessarily 100% on her. Like she said, it's like the circumstance of it that like ultimately led to the deaths and I suppose near death of Rachel here, and the death of Annie, and the death of people in the event story. If you can do something, why not though, right? That's something that
Yes.
I would definitely say.
It is.
If there's one thing to take away from this story of like how complicated Lorentz is, hey folks, if you can do something, if you have the bandwidth, try, right?
Yes,
that's the all we can do.
That the law is comparable to moral good or wrong. Usually it's not. However, in many countries, if someone is in a distress situation and you can help and you don't help, that is a crime. Because like you could have helped then.
It's just like it's the weird thing of things that seem common to us, but is not as obvious, I guess, to Lorentz. Okay, let's catch up with chat the last time, and then we will wrap up here. I assume neither of us are going for much longer than this.
No.
No.
Gonna end
Is
here.
anyone playing reverse at this time of day? It's so late in the morning.
Oh boy, let me see.
Oh, there's someone. Yeah. Someone named cute_bunny. Let me just go ahead and open their tab. I'm already following this person. Cool. Perfect. Let me just leave a lurk there. I'm so tired. I'm so like
Aren't we all?
wired to like dissect this more, but I know if I keep going I won't be able to like make it to work tonight, so I gotta stop at some
Oh
point.
my god, Marsha! They're playing chapter 12. More Marsha.
Yeah, more Marsha.
Guys.
I mean, you could argue that Sentinel is also on that level of morally gray with the actions she's taken, but like her excuse is she's in a war.
Yeah, she's in the war, but I also put her on Igor.
I guess like
X
yeah,
and
similar to
things like
Igor.
that.
She's like
she's totally.
she's doing political
She has a
assassinations.
demon in her head.
Yeah,
She has a
yeah.
demon in her head, but it's not. But I think she's more morally fucked up than X, maybe.
Yeah.
In the end, it depends. Again, like in war situations.
This has definitely elevated my opinion of X. That's for sure. By comparison.
Yes.
Namato says, gotta make the mother of all omelets. Can't worry about every egg. My source, I made it the frick up. Kayla says, I guess we'll never know. It's a great point. Shiny says, feels like she's trying to be human in order to manipulate people. Right, that's what you mentioned earlier. Finding says she's just built different. I mean, literally, built different.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah. Wise is going to bed. Please rest well, Wise. I will go to bed soon as well. Good points, good points. Isolde, Igor, Red-Hatted Cowpog. Gifted says we all did a great job. Thank you, Gifted. We did our best. So tired. Wise says we should get together for... Oh, sorry, good.
Oh, no, I was tired, but I saw Marsha, so now I'm hyped again. I have all the energy.
Wise says you should get together for fun and discuss this whole patch at some point. The reason I don't really propose that to my friends is the same reason I always put a duration on our live streams, is that it's very easy, especially with the ADHD of Shiny and I, to like go into rabbit holes and lose that time. I very much want people to take care of themselves, myself included. And so right after this, I'm gonna skip all of the editing I was planning to do, and I'm going straight to bed. That's just what I have to do in order to like stay healthy. And I suggest people who have been in the scene from the beginning take some kind of break after this, because like it's been 6 hours. If you've been at the start of my stream, you've been here for like 17 hours, so 18 hours. So we should all definitely like rest and yeah. Brain melting, words failing. But yeah, it would be a good idea to like discuss this if like this was our main thing, like this is like our day job. But unfortunately, I got a day job to get to, and I don't want to tax my friends with their time and their energies any more than I've already taxed myself. Let's see. Thank you for the stream. Have a nice rest. Take care and be well. Enjoy your lurk, folks. Enjoy. Arm spaghetti wheel. Okay. All right. That is the end for real this time. Teresa, if you do me a favor and just read these last two things. We forgot to do this last time.
Let me get here a poll, because I had to pull because of Nobaso's comment on wells. I don't have a well.
Here we go.
Okay. Let me
Oh,
see. Which ones are it? Achievements. No. Brochure. This one here. No. Lucky 19. Where is it? There we go. What? Lucky 19. Watch Centurion's anecdote. Good luck is all about what you believe in. And causal, you got it. Causal. Okay. causal polarization. Watch all chapters of Counterpoint of Life and Death. The bond between a butterfly and fate itself lies hidden in a single flutter of its wings. Lengths of love.
And with that, thank you everyone for joining. We'll say goodbye to our chat separately after this, but a big thank you to Teresa and Shiny for joining me for this long. The performance you saw were, for the first half at least, Shiny as narrator, Rachel, and Annie. Teresa played the titular character of Lawrence, and for the second half played the narrator as well. Whereas I played the Laplace researchers, Coalwall, Simone, X, Ludwig, Ulrich, and then the second half, Rachel and Annie, and the question mark person who recruited Lawrence here into the thing. Okay.
The thing.
Thank you everyone so much for coming. Thank you for watching all the ads that played. Like I said, all revenue for my stream will go towards creative projects and to pay my artists. We'll be back next week, Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to voice act Ramona's side story. So do join us for that. If you enjoyed this performance, check out the rest of the crew here in the Cavalry. And check out our directory over on this page or the YouTube channel. Subscribe, do all the things, tell your friends, tell your mother, be well is all I'm gonna say.
Be well.
Shiny, thank you so much for joining us for as long as you did, and Teresa, of course, thank you for staying with me until the end.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me, as always.
Oh, I'm so dead.
Happens.
All right. I'm gonna go leave the VC and then say goodbye. Then I'll liberate Cutie Bunny at some point. Teresa, you
Yes,
take care of yourself.
Here, Cutie Bunny as well. Yes.
Is there anything you want to plug before I leave the VC?
No, and all good. Once again, thank you so much for inviting me. I will say goodbye to everybody here, and then I'll go myself. Have a wonderful rest of your day, Decaf.
You as well, Teresa. Whew. Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye.
And to YouTube, thank you for being here this long. Thank you for joining the stream, whether it be the first one or the second one, doesn't really matter. Thank you for helping me to pursue the art of creation and building community. And a special thank you to Lonely Tree 91, GSC Nation, Shocklin, Fivetail, Urana, and ShinyBot TV for the raids. All 5 people are wonderful, and you should go check out their content and their streams. 4 out of 5, sorry, all of them are reverse 1999 streamers, which I think is why they rated me in the first place. It's a niche, but very supportive community. So thank you to all of them, and please go check them out if you would like to support my stream by supporting them indirectly. Thank you for the follows from Nerdtastic Nomad, as well as Fivetail and Tabletop Cinema. Hope to see you in a future stream. And thank you for the bits and the subs from Lost Lunar and Shiny as well. Oh, and the Anonymous Gifter. As I send you off, keep in mind and remember that Decaf NVIDIA is Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial Share Alike, 4.0 International License. Off you get. You can ring my bell.